Well, hello there, everyday Americans. Paul Engel here with the Constitution Study. We are live. This is our normal live event. It's been a little crazy, so I hope you'll give me just a couple of minutes as I kind of get myself organized and combobulated. If you haven't tried it, if you've registered to join the Zoom meeting, by all means, please head over to that meeting. Hopefully, if we get some cool interaction, we'll not only get some chat, we'll also get some live audio, video interaction. I think it's a lot of fun. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Periscope, I'll talk about why if I don't ask about Facebook in a minute. But if you're on the website, please make a comment, and I will. If you have any questions, I will answer any I can in the time we have available. So please, this is about sharing information. These live streams are really meant to be a bit more off the cuff. I pick a topic and I have a couple ideas of what I want to talk about, but it's meant to be a little off the cuff, and it's meant to be interactive. I'm really looking at becoming much more interactive in the work that we're doing. So, I've got I got a story I want to tell you. I got some information I want to give you. I want to tell you a little bit about what we'll be doing, what I'm planning on doing with the Constitution Study over the next few weeks, and maybe get some feedback of other ideas that you might have, things we can do. But I'm giving a couple minutes here as people are starting to join, and I'm glad you could join me. Please, again, head over to the website, constitutionstudy.com. It's where you find all sorts of great information. By the way, starting next week, next Monday, I'm doing a free book giveaway. I'll talk about this later, but you get a chance to actually get a free copy of my book, Read the Constitution in 30 Days. It's a digital copy, and you can use it. You can share it. It'll be a wonderful thing. But tonight's a little interesting. I actually just got back from an interview with another Facebooker. We were talking, among other things, about what I'm going to talk about tonight. And that's this idea of ministries of truth. Now, George Orwell wrote a book called 1984, and in it, the government had a ministry whose purpose was to keep the people uninformed, misinformed, confused, deceived, and directed where they wanted. Does this sound familiar? Now, this ministry was called the Ministry of Truth. However, in 2020, we have our own ministries of truth. However, they're not run by government. They're run by private organizations. And that's what I want to talk about today. Tonight, I want to talk about what's been going on with the Constitution Study. For those of you who've been looking for me on Facebook and thought maybe I got abducted by aliens, no, I'm still here. We're going to talk a bit about what's going on Facebook. We're going to talk about what plans that has given me for where we're going to go from here. So what happened? Well, I mentioned, a little fuzzy there. I mentioned that about a little over a month ago, Facebook blocked me from posting. They claimed I violated some community standard. Of course, when they said, if you think this is an error, click this link and you can have it reviewed. Of course, every time I clicked the link and tried to get it reviewed, they said they couldn't process my request. So I'm not sure what's going on. Basically, I never found what it is they claimed I did that led them to block me from posting. I couldn't post, I couldn't comment, I couldn't like, I couldn't even use Messenger. I could basically read, and that was about it. So after spending several days going in, trying to get this reviewed, not having any luck, I decided, fine, I'll wait my 30 days and then I'll start posting again. Well, wouldn't you know it, when those 30 days came up, I went to log into Facebook and it said, your account has been disabled for violating a community standard. And there was a nice little link that said, if you think this is an error, click this link and you can have it reviewed. So I clicked the link and I provided the information and I asked, what have I done? Show me the post. Show me where it is I've done something that violates your community standard. Show me what I've done. And if I've done something wrong, fine, I'll admit it and won't do it again. But show me what I've done that's wrong. And their response was, oh no, your account has been disabled because of a violation of our community standard. This is not reviewable. That honked me off. That is what made me mad. As infuriating it is to have been blocked, to have to go through the being disabled, the fact that they won't even bother to tell me what I've supposedly done wrong. I took some time, because sometimes when I'm a little angry, I say things I shouldn't. And I sat and I thought about it, and I tried to figure out, what am I going to do? I mean, is it possible I violated some standard? I guess so. I mean, I do talk about what the Constitution says about elections, so that may be a violation. I mean, heaven forbid we should actually want the truth getting out there. Could it be that somebody on one of the group or one of the pages that I was a part of did something that ended up getting me tagged as being a violator of some community standard? Well, that's also possible. It's also possible that some troll has accused me of something, and of course, I don't get a chance to defend myself. So, to say the least, I'm not real happy with Facebook anymore. I'm not real happy with them. I was never really thrilled with them, but they've gone from to okay. Now, I've made some contingencies. I've made some plans should this happen. So I'm still up on YouTube. I'm still up on Twitter. Facebook and Instagram are dead. Those accounts are disabled. I cannot get in. The page is still up, by the way. If you go to if you go to Facebook, if you go to the Constitution Study page, it's still there. I just can't really do much with it because I don't have admin access to it anymore. So who knows? But I'm still on YouTube. I'm still on Twitter. I've been on Parler and Rumble lately. By the way, I'm considering MeWe. I'm kind of I've heard people say some very nice things about it. I've heard just something about it. I'm not so sure. So I haven't committed to MeWe, but it's on my list. But I've decided to do a couple of different things. And before I get into those, I want to talk about this idea of these new ministries of truth, what they are, why they work, and what we can do about them. So, as George Orwell said, or as it was in his book, their purpose is to keep the people uninformed, misinformed, confused, deceived, and directed where they wanted. Now, I don't think that's too much of a stretch to say that is what Facebook and Twitter and Google and who knows what else that they're doing. Let me bring up a couple of things. I've been collecting pages, web pages with some interesting information, and I was going to bring them up beforehand, and I just didn't have time. It's been kind of crazy. Actually, while you're still going, Zoom meeting says host has another meeting in progress. Okay, so what's going on with the Zoomy here? Oh, hang on a second. I know what happened. I'm going to have to drop out. I will be right back in just a minute.